There was a time when one company ruled the entire mobile world. A time when if you walked into a classroom, a bus, a business meeting, or a family gathering, everyone had the same phone brand in their hands. Nokia. Their phones were an extension of our lives. People carried them to school, to work, on trips, to every family event. These weren't just devices, they were memories, ringtones everyone recognized. Games like Snake that defined a generation. Nokia wasn't just a brand, it was an era. They were a constant presence, symbol of reliability, durability, and innovation. But what if I told you that the company which once controlled over 50% of the global phone market would lose almost everything in less than a decade? How does something like that even happen? This is the story of Nokia's rise and fall. Story of breathtaking innovation, crushing dominance, crippling arrogance, and a lesson every single business must learn. In the early 2000s, Nokia was an unstoppable force of nature. Their phones were everywhere. The legendary Nokia 3310 wasn't just popular, it became a cultural icon, a meme before memes were even a thing. Nokia's philosophy was beautifully simple. Build phones that never fail, and they delivered on that promise. They had incredible battery life, a simple interface anyone could use, and affordable prices. But above all else, they were reliable. You could drop a Nokia, and you'd be more worried about the floor. But behind their incredible success, the world was quietly changing. The ground was shifting beneath their feet, and they didn't even feel it. Then, in 2007, the world shifted on its axis. Apple introduced the very first iPhone. Nokia's reaction? They didn't panic, they didn't see a threat, they laughed. Their executives openly mocked it. They were confident that their phones were superior. They truly believed physical keyboards would never die out. They were convinced that touchscreens were just a temporary, gimmicky trend. This was their first catastrophic mistake. While Apple obsessed over software, user experience, and building a seamless digital world, Nokia stayed fixated on hardware. They failed to grasp the real shift that was happening. The smartphone wasn't just another device, it was an ecosystem. It's about the apps, the internet, multimedia, and the entire user journey. And Nokia, the king of the old world, was completely unprepared for the new one. Their operating system Symbian, once the undisputed leader, became outdated, slow, and a nightmare for developers to create apps for. Meanwhile, Apple launched the revolutionary App Store, creating a gold rush for software creators. Then, Google introduced Android, an operating system that was open, fast, and free for any manufacturer to use. Companies like Samsung, HTC, and LG saw the opportunity and adapted with lightning speed. But Nokia, blinded by past glory, held on stubbornly to the past. Their internal belief system was simple. We are Nokia. People will always buy our phones, but the market has no loyalty, doesn't care about your history. It only rewards innovation, and innovation doesn't wait for anyone. By the time Nokia finally reacted, the damage was irreversible. In 2011, they announced a massive partnership with Microsoft, betting the entire company on the Windows Phone operating system to save them. But the system felt rushed and incomplete. Crucially, it lacked the apps that people now expected. Customers, who had already moved on to the vibrant ecosystems of iOS and Android, simply didn't want it. The collapse was swift and brutal. Nokia's market share evaporated. Retail stores stopped stocking their models because they wouldn't sell. Consumers stopped asking for them. Repair shops couldn't find replacement parts. And just like that, the brand that once felt unbreakable, a part of our daily lives, began to fade from public consciousness. From a dominant 50% market share to nearly zero. In 2013, the final nail in the coffin was hammered in. Nokia sold its entire mobile phone division to Microsoft. The empire was gone. So what is the ultimate lesson we can learn from the spectacular fall of Nokia? That success is never permanent? The market doesn't reward the strongest or the biggest? It rewards the most adaptable. Nokia didn't fail because they were weak or because they stopped making good products. They failed because they refused to change. We're a hardware company in a software world. Innovation isn't just about creating something new. It's about listening to the market, adapting to change, and understanding that the success you enjoy today offers no guarantee for success tomorrow. The world changes fast. Technology moves even faster. The companies that survive, the ones that thrive, are the ones who learn to move with it. It's about recognizing when the world is changing, not when it has already changed. And for Nokia, that realization came far too late. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more rise and fall business documentaries like this one, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and comment which company you want to see us cover next. We'll see you in the next video.